Louis still remembers the coffee shop conversation. It happened on a Sunday afternoon. He hadn't expected to see her there. They exchanged polite surprise, ordered drinks, sat down. At first it was small talk. Work, weather, routine. Then she said she needed advice. Not about Louis, about his friend, her partner. She spoke carefully, said things had felt misaligned for months. Different expectations, different timelines. She wasn't angry, just tired. She said she was planning to end it, soon. She hadn't told anyone else yet, asked Louis not to mention it, said she needed a few days to think. He nodded, listened, asked neutral questions, left the cafe with a tightness he didn't expect. His friend called him that evening, unrelated, talking about weekend plans, mentioning a trip they were considering. Louis heard the optimism in his voice, the assumption of continuity. There was space to say something, to warn him, to suggest preparing. Instead, Louis stayed within the lines of the conversation. He told himself it wasn't his news to share, that interfering would complicate things, that timing mattered. 3 days later, the relationship ended. His friend called him again, voice flat, processing, asking if Louis had seen any signs. Louis said no, which was mostly true. He hadn't seen. He had heard. There is a difference. They met for drinks that week. Louis listened, agreed that it had seemed sudden, that sometimes things unravel quietly, all of which was accurate. He does not frame his silence as betrayal, more as restraint, respecting confidence, avoiding interference. But occasionally, when his friend talks about how blindsided he felt, Louis remembers the cafe table, the careful way she had said she was certain, the fact that he carried that knowledge alone for 3 days. It would not have changed the outcome, he knows that, but it might have softened the landing. He has never revisited the conversation, never corrected the detail, only filed it quietly under things that were technically right and emotionally complicated. And Louis understands now that loyalty is sometimes measured not by what you say, but by what you choose to keep.